What are some pet peeves that you all have in managing interns? What are some things you would caution them not to do that would not be successful?
Don't sit out loud.
It's a learning opportunity.
I would say before you even come in and start working, one of my pet peeves is that you didn't have someone look at your resume or your cover letter. I received a resume last week and she misspelled experience on the resume. EXPERIANCE. And then she worked at a store and she misspelled customers. So I don't care if she was the greatest thing in the whole world and I loved her more than anything. She said attention to detail and then had two glaring errors, and so they negated each other. So have someone, these people are here from the Career Center, there are people all over campus that will read your resume and will read your cover letter, and let them do it, because that's our first impression of you. And so make sure that's shown and looks nice and has a good layout.
Does it ever affect your hiring decisions when you had, let's say, a TCU student that hasn't performed well? Does it affect your future hiring decisions?
I would say it does for us because it's such a big feeder school for us, but we spend a lot of our employees are based on referrals, so if you know someone that works at our company and you can come in and say, well, I know so-and-so that works here, then I know you've had a conversation with them about what the expectations are. But answering the question that she asked, one of my pet peeves is that before you get up and leave, you have told someone how far you've gotten that project. Because a lot of our work is in an Excel spreadsheet, and we're sending those reports to a Fortune 1000 client. And so if you worked on it for 2 or 3 hours and you just close out and get up and leave and don't tell anybody how far you are into it, then that was really lost to us, or we couldn't even get into it. So just make sure that they said this earlier, but that you told someone before you leave and make sure that it's good to go. Really won't have to do it.
I already mentioned that one of my pet peeves is going to an interview without having something to write on, something to write with. That applies when you actually get the internship, when you go to meetings. Make sure you bring something with you. When your supervisor says, let's meet, or you go to a staff meeting or any other kind of meeting, bring writing utensils. You'd be surprised how many people that are full-time there who go into the meeting and say, can I borrow a piece of paper? Can I borrow a pen? Don't be that person, okay? Don't be that person. She mentioned about resumes and spell checking. I highly recommend review, proof, get a friend to look at it, especially when it goes to sending a resume through the email. I get some where somebody's doing track changes. Be very, very careful when you send an email in Word and you've actually made a change, because guess what? We can see all the changes. So I can recommend you convert it to a PDF document and send it that way. I got one in and I saw a whole paragraph that actually changed, and it was not a good paragraph. And basically, I didn't interview this person. So when you track changes, sometimes you cannot take them away. You think you made a final document and saved it. It does not always get sent that way. So always convert any document you send to somebody as a PDF. That way, what they see is what they get. If they have different kind of fonts, it looks kind of wonky when they get it. Convert it to PDF.
I'd say also, I've gotten resumes that to the person they sent to before, like, Dear Millicent, I'm interested in an internship at the Volunteer Center. I'm not Millicent and I'm not at the Volunteer Center, so I know that you didn't take time to send it to me. And so that was gone for me too. I don't go any farther with that. So be careful with that.
I reiterated this thing, but we've had interns in our office, and when you're done doing something, ask for something else, because a lot of times you don't know how long it's going to take an intern to do something, because obviously you've got a class schedule to contend with. You know, maybe you're still training, you're still trying to learn what we're having you do. So don't be the intern that just does something and sits there and expects someone in the office to come get the intern and make sure they're doing something. Don't be that intern. Be the intern that finishes it fast, does it thoroughly, and then goes back to whoever your supervisor is and says, is there anything else I can do now?
Mine's like one sentence. Just don't be cocky. You know, don't go into the internship thinking you know it all, and be respectful. Just make sure you be respectful in the sense of, okay, I'm aware that I'm new, or I'm aware that I may not know as much as everybody here at this company. And you may be a finance major, but there's still going to be a lot of things that you don't learn in a financial services industry. working in a financial services position. So just be open-minded and humble in that sense.